They never get tired. They don't feel pain. They just want one thing: to feed. And if the world suddenly went dark, if everything we knew collapsed overnight, most of us like to think we'd fight our way out. But here's the truth. Movies lie. They never show what happens to the people who can't run. They don't show what happens to someone who's paralyzed from the waist down when the world turns into chaos. Before we dive in, let's be real. Life with paralysis is already a fight. In the US alone, over 5 million people live with some form of paralysis. That's 5 million people who rely on adaptive strength, creativity, and pure willpower every single day just to get by. Now, imagine adding zombies to that mix. Most people don't want to think about it, but today we will. Because in this video, we're breaking it down into 2 real survival scenarios. Scenario 1. The apocalypse happens while you're indoors, maybe your home, an apartment, or a care facility. Scenario 2. The apocalypse starts while you're outside, alone, vulnerable, and surrounded by chaos. Let's start with the first scenario. You're indoors when it happens. The sirens start, you hear screaming outside, the TV flashes an emergency warning, and then it all goes black. You've got seconds to act, and what you do next decides everything. If you're paralyzed from the waist down, your focus isn't on running or fighting, it's on control. The less you move, the less noise you make, the better. Your first move should be to secure your space, but realistically, you're not flipping couches or moving dressers. That's not practical. Instead, think small and smart. Lock every door you can reach. Close windows. If you can't reach a lock, tie the handles shut using cables, cords, or even clothes. Zombies don't think, they push and shove. Anything that slows them down gives you time. Now, sound is your biggest threat. Mute everything that makes noise, phones, alarms, even talking out loud. Keep it dead silent. Next up, water. The moment chaos starts, fill every bottle, jug, or pot you can reach. If you have a sink nearby, fill it up too. Water will cut off faster than power. You'll need it for drinking, cleaning, and basic hygiene. Food is another factor. You're not cooking steak dinners. You need stuff that's light, long-lasting, and easy to open. Canned beans, tuna, peanut butter, crackers, oats, protein bars. If you have trouble with can openers, use a knife, rock, or metal edge to pry the lid. It's not pretty, but it works. If you can't reach kitchen shelves, grab what's lowest and most accessible. Focus on calories, not taste. 1 can of beans can keep you going for a whole day if rationed. Electricity won't last long, so charge everything you own: phone, flashlight, power banks, medical devices. Even if the network dies, your flashlight could save your life. And yes, hygiene matters. Infection kills faster than zombies. Line a plastic bin or bag for waste. Use disinfectant wipes if you have them, or alcohol and rags if not. Keep your space clean, quiet, and dry. Let's talk defense. If something breaks in, you're not standing up to fight, but you can still defend yourself. Think reach. Grab anything long, broom handle, crutch, even a curtain rod. Duct tape a knife or sharp tool to it. You don't need power, just accuracy. Zombies are slow. You aim for the head, keep your distance, and don't swing unless you must. But here's the truth. In most cases, your best defense is to stay hidden. If you hear banging on your door, don't yell. Don't make a sound. Wait it out. Zombies lose interest when they don't sense movement or noise. You're not weaker, you're invisible. If you live in an apartment, try to stay on lower floors. Elevators will fail and stairs are impossible. If you're trapped high up, barricade the hallway instead of the door. That buys you more reaction time. You can survive indoors for weeks if you ration right, stay quiet, and avoid unnecessary risks. But what if you're outside when it all goes down? That brings us to the next scenario. Scenario 2. You're outside when the apocalypse starts. This is where things get brutal. You're out on the street, maybe in your wheelchair, running an errand, waiting for a ride, and suddenly the world erupts into screams. People are running, cars crashing, chaos everywhere. First rule, panic kills. You can't outrun zombies, so you have to outthink them. Your goal? Find shelter fast. You're looking for somewhere you can get inside, a small shop, clinic, or car. The smaller the entry points, the better. If you're in a manual wheelchair, stay low and move quietly. Big crowds draw zombies. Avoid them like fire. You want to move in the opposite direction of noise. Let's say you spot an abandoned car. That's gold. Get inside, lock the doors, and stay still. Cars are ready-made shelters, strong glass, limited smell, and good visibility. Cover yourself with a blanket or jacket to blend in. Zombies are drawn to sight and sound. If you're silent, you're invisible. Next up is water. Vending machines, office coolers, even puddles if it rains. Water is life. If it's dirty, filter it through your shirt. It's not perfect, but better than dehydration. You can even leave containers out overnight to collect condensation. Food? Don't think grocery stores. They'll be overrun. Think smaller. Gas stations, rest stops, snack stands, forgotten delivery trucks. Anywhere people panic less about. You don't need a feast. Just small things that keep you alive. Protein bars, nuts, dry food. For shelter longer term, aim for ground-level spaces with one door. Storage rooms, laundromats, maintenance sheds. You don't need space, you need control. Keep your wheelchair near the door to block it if needed. Now, defense outside is risky. You don't swing wildly, you stab quietly if cornered. Anything sharp can work. Screwdriver, broken glass, even a metal pen. Always aim for the head or neck and never stay after the kill. One noise draws 10 more. If you find another survivor, here's the harsh truth. Be cautious. In the apocalypse, humans become dangerous. Teaming up helps, but only if you can trust them. A good partner can help you move, scavenge, or protect each other. But trust has to be earned, not given. At night, you rest somewhere enclosed, preferably off the main path. Use clothing or trash bags as insulation. Sleep light, one ear open, and never make a fire unless you're completely sure no one, or nothing, can see the smoke. If you find a place with ramps or elevators still working, make that home base. Hospitals, clinics, police stations, they have food, meds, and backup generators. But they're also risky. Only move in daylight and always have a backup escape plan, even if it's just a window you can slide out of. And now for the honest truth. Let's not sugarcoat it. Surviving a zombie apocalypse with paralysis is hard, brutally hard, but not impossible. The truth is, most people won't last long because they rely on speed and strength. But survival isn't about running, it's about thinking. And if you've lived with paralysis, you already know what real adaptation looks like. You've had to rethink everything, how to move, eat, and live in a world not built for you. That mindset gives you an edge most people don't have. You'll depend on preparation, stealth, and calm under pressure, and that's exactly what survival takes. Forget what the movies show. Survival isn't glamorous. It's quiet. It's calculated. It's one small choice after another that keeps you breathing for another day. If you can stay quiet, conserve energy, and think 3 steps ahead, you have a real shot at living through the worst nightmare humanity could face. But now for the answer you've all been waiting for. So could a paralyzed person survive a zombie apocalypse? The answer is yes, but it wouldn't be easy and it wouldn't be pretty. It would take absolute mental toughness, smart planning, and the will to keep fighting when everything says give up. Because in a world filled with monsters, the ones who've already learned to survive against all odds, they're the ones who just might outlast us all.